Hey there, coffee people. I'm Ryan Wolf, the host of the Coffee People podcast, and we've made it this far, somehow. 15 seasons over 5 years. We've been sharing the stories of hundreds of coffee people, and our mission has always been to create a platform for those connected to the industry to share their journeys into and through coffee, celebrate coffee culture, inspire aspiring coffee professionals, and allow others to learn from the collective, ever-changing entrepreneurial trials and tribulations that you face. Sometimes that leads to stories of success or self-reflection, and sometimes things end. And by sharing your stories, you're part of a community creating roadmaps for others to follow as they aim to coffee smarter, a term that we like to think we coined. And I believe that coffee people are, by their nature or necessity, curious about the world and how we're all connected. How could you view the coffee supply chain and not be overwhelmed and intrigued? So I want to thank you for being part of our coffee journey. Thank you for embracing storytelling, for supporting our efforts to share an appreciation for coffee with a much broader audience. Because of all of you, we've not only survived, but we've thrived. The collaboration we've had with our presenting sponsor, Roastar Coffee Packaging, has really enabled us to build a foundation for this programming. And when I asked if they had any thoughts to share with all of you, they responded with a note that said, "As Roastar reflects on 2025, we can't help but feel like this year was our best yet, thanks to the incredible coffee roasters, brands, and partners who trust us with their packaging. This year brought innovative products, awards, and partnerships that took us around the country. We're endlessly grateful for the coffee community that inspires what we do, and we couldn't be more excited about what the future holds," which I appreciate. I'm looking forward to that, seeing what they do in 2026, and I appreciated that when I asked for something, they just sent a note of thanks and gratitude. I think that says a lot. This effort in coffee podcasting, writing, and community building has been an adventure. I'm constantly surprised by the myriad of ways that people work through the challenges of entrepreneurship and embrace hospitality for the connection and support it can offer a community. And I'm proud to be a staging ground for the sharing of those stories, that advice, inspiration, real-world engagement for people at all stages of this path. As fun and rewarding as it has all been, we do need some help creating a more sustainable future for the Coffee People platform, which you can do in a few ways. You can subscribe to our newsletter at coffeepeoplepodcast.com. That really helps. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel at Coffee People Podcasts. I'm sure there's a link somewhere nearby. We need about 400 more subscribers, which is a lot, but I know you're out there. That'll help us unlock some new growth opportunities. You can also join one of our new paid tiers. You can become a paying newsletter subscriber for as little as $5 per month on an annual subscription. And when you give, you get in return, you can see a list of the benefits and options at the link to subscribe, but think things like swag and free coffee and exclusive content. You could also become an industry supporter or a friend of Coffee People. These are two of our bigger tiers. Our collaborative partners like Asea Coffee Source, Relative Coffee, Civets Roasting Machines, and of course Roastar help us keep the metaphorical podcast and literal home studio lights on. So please work with us to build a mutually beneficial relationship, a partnership that delivers a win-win-win scenario to uplift the coffee industry. Shout out to Jared Hales at Asea Coffee Source for his win-win-win business philosophy. Of course, you can always just share episodes wherever you're listening. Certainly appreciate that. And of course, drink coffee. Good coffee. That goes without saying. It's really good for vibes. So thank you for considering all of that. There are so many coffee journeys in this industry yet to be shared, and you can be a big reason why we get to do so. A final aside, the kindest note that I've ever received about this show was from a gentleman who was listening to the podcast while traveling across the country for work. And I'm paraphrasing here, but in effect, he said that listening to Coffee People Show guests talk about the mistakes they had made, the mental challenges that face entrepreneurs, and the various ways to work through them made him think, well, if they can do it, why can't we? He and his partner have since opened their first roastery and tasting space, and they have a second cafe location on the way. They took the first steps in part because of all the guests who've spent an hour on Coffee People or our first podcast, Roast West Coast. So a toast to all of us for surviving 2025, a toast to what's about to come in 2026, and to you for still being here at the end of this thank you letter. Cheers and Happy New Year. We'll see you next year. I almost forgot. Season 16 is coming. The first half of the season is already in the works, featuring a bunch of guests with difficult to pronounce names that I've been practicing. And in the next year, you can also visit with us or even appear on an IRL version of the podcast. We'll be at Coffee Fest New York City recording podcasts with Roastar. We'll be in San Diego for the World of Coffee Expo. And we're hosting Coffee Smarter Live at Coffee Cycle Roasting. And then we'll be in Chicago in June for another Coffee Fest. And as always, I'm going to be out and about at coffee shops, wherever my feet end up. So give me a shout, and let's grab a cup of coffee together just for fun. Cheers.